Hi, my name's James. I'm a personal trainer from empoweringpt.co.uk, and today I'm continuing my classic mistakes series, and we're going to be covering the oblique crunch or side bends. Now, it doesn't matter what you call these exercises, but what a lot of people do is get them wrong. Now, what you'll quite often see is people will hold two dumbbells or two kettlebells and they're going to do this penguin waddle and they're just going to shift from side to side. Okay, now that's the first common mistake. Now, frankly, this doesn't really work because you're counterbalancing yourself. Okay, the weights are countering each other. Now, you've got the same weights in each hand, and even if you've got a slightly lighter weight in each hand, you're not putting as much weight as you possibly can on that one side. You're also failing to lengthen the muscle, okay? And this is the other mistake. Even if people hold one weight in one hand and they keep their hand down by their side, so let's say I grab the kettlebell and I keep my hand down by my side. I dip down and I come up. I can feel it working, but not completely. It's a very minor contraction, and this is because you're not lengthening the muscle, okay? To truly lengthen the muscle, I need to take my hand up and get my elbow as high as I can. Okay, and you should already start to feel a slight stretch coming down through the sides here. Okay, now if I keep my hand behind my head and get my elbow up as high as I can, and now I dip down, so now I can feel that stretch even more. As I come up, I can feel it working. As I pull down, I can feel it really squeezing. Okay, and this just allows me to use a full range of motion rather than this half range of motion here and just doing this little waddle. And this is another mistake that people do. What you should aim to do is go down as far as you can, back up, and then down toward. That way you can crunch up the muscle as much as you can, which is why it's also called an oblique crunch. Okay, the obliques being the muscles down our side here. Now naturally, if you do it on one side, you're going to need to change hands and do it on the other. Okay, exactly the same. Problem is when people do this, the other thing they get wrong is that they tend to lean, okay? So when you do this exercise, you want to go straight to the side, okay? So if I go side on, okay, and I bring this hand up, what I want to do is lean straight to the side here, and then up and down, okay? So I'm literally staying parallel with my body, okay? What you don't want to do is lean down at an angle like this, okay? What this does is it fails to lengthen the muscle. As I said, you need to go straight to the side to get this lengthening. As soon as I do this, I'm shortening that distance. What you'll also feel is that that weight will then transfer to the lower back and onto the spine, okay? And as it sounds, that can be quite dangerous, particularly when you consider how much weight you can be lifting with this exercise, which is quite significant. Okay? Instead, what you should aim to do is to squeeze the glutes slightly, tuck the pelvis underneath, keep the back straight, shoulders back. Okay, so that's quite often the thing that goes first. Okay, so when I lift my elbow up, what I tend to do is I pull it back. And that convinces me to stay straight because I'm keeping my elbow up towards the ceiling rather than letting it drift forwards. And then as I come down, the shoulders follow, the back follows, and then I come down at an angle. So if you keep that elbow back, keep the shoulder blades squeezed together, and then move down, you'll find that you'll keep your back straighter and that you'll work the obliques a lot more efficiently. The other thing you have to consider is where your feet are. Now, a lot of people, when they do this, is they'll let their feet come off of the floor, okay? Now to get that complete lengthening of the muscle, you want your hip and shoulder to move as far away from each other as they can. Now if I get to here, and then I let my heel come off of the floor, the hip and the shoulder are in the same position. They're not lengthening at all. You're just masquerading that, okay? You're trying to cheat your way through it, okay? And it doesn't work. You want to keep your heels on the floor. That way you're more stable and you can get a better lengthening through your obliques, okay? What you don't want to do as well is use the other foot to then push yourself up to assist the crunch, because that's not going to work, okay? You want to keep that tension all through the muscles that you're working, which are your obliques. So these are some of the common mistakes that I see with side bends or oblique crunches. Hopefully you've learned something. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to check out my Classic Mistakes playlist. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for even more information on exercise, workouts, technique, martial arts and self-defense. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.